A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henry's at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. As you gear up for game day this season, don't forget the MVP in your life. Whether it's a ruby bracelet to show off her team spirit or a timeless Heartland diamond that shines from across the room, we've got the perfect play. Our experts at Sartor Heyman are here to help you make the winning move. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with light south winds. In the afternoon high around 81. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low around 52. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light south winds again with the high around 87. I'm meteorologist Kyle Cluck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out with us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Old School. We're going to go in about an hour, and then we'll bring in the folks from Teammates Mentoring, Dwayne Adams, Demo, and Ashton Honor. They will come in and take you through until 6 o'clock. Got a full night. Got some baseball. You got some, playoff baseball is always a little different, and it's a vibe. And I know that we've had a full day of talking about those things, and Austin can never talk about it enough to talk about his Royals and what they're doing. But there's lots to do, so there's lots to talk about there. I want to recap a little of the weekend, and then we'll set up the folks from Teammates to come in and clean the deck and get us in the right direction. Again, 402-464-5685 is the Sartor Heyman text line if you want to be a part of what we're doing. And, yeah, I'm going to ask you to participate today because I need some perspective from you, and we've got smart listeners. So there's some good-hearted folks, and there's some folks that are tough, and I kind of want to know where they stand. And there will be no wrong answers or wrong texts along the way. So just be clear. So if you want to follow in, and if you want to jump on the streams, Facebook, YouTube, X channel, Allo channel 961 as well. Austin, before we get into too deep, let them know about our friends at the Mercado.
Friends indeed. They provide every type of meat, every type of cut, and more for us at 3 Lincoln locations, one on 84th and Havelock, 185th and Andermatt, finally at 30th and Yankee Hill. But also, Omaha friends, you are not left out. If you're hearing us on the app or watching us on stream up there in the Big O, you can check them out at 168th and Maple for yourself.
Please do jump on in and get to it. First of all, shout out to the Huskers, 5-1. Going into bye week and preparing themselves for an undefeated Indiana team. And I think it's interesting. It'll be an interesting 10 days of talk between now and kickoff, and to get in proper perspective. I'm a little offset by the fact that this is an 11 o'clock kickoff. That's a little weird to me. That's a little weird to me for 5-1 and a 6-0 Big Ten teams. I mean, these are two teams that, quite frankly, the winner puts them into the conversation for playoff play. And I don't understand degrading, Big Ten allowing itself to be, you allowed Baby to be put in the corner by that, and put yourself up against a game, and then let Lincoln show off, nighttime here. Give folks a chance for this thing to build up. But okay, 11 o'clock, it's still going to be 5-1 versus 6-0. That's just me. So folks, feel how you feel. But I thought it would be better. Also, we send our deepest prayers for the folks in the path of Milton. And this is not the fun Uncle Milton coming to visit. This is not Milton Berle and company with laughter and yucks. No, this Milton is kind of a jerk and is bringing some massive power. So our folks who are in the path of Milton, we send prayers in advance. Hopefully, things are looking out for them, and they're being wise in how they prepare and handle themselves for that. I was in Houston for Harvey, and
man,
yeah, Becky and I, again, we were very blessed. We were lucky. We were in a new project. Everything was newly built, the best of resources, probably the best of draining. We're also lucky and fortunate, not even planned, but that we lived on one of the highest points in that area. We lived in an elevated area. So we were fine, relatively speaking. I mean, the house is leaking because it's just not built to take on that much water. And the different directions of the water. But to see, like, the street, there was probably a constant flow of six inches of water, 8 inches of water. The backyard's flooding no matter what, but the drainage was really good. Problem was that if you went 3 blocks in either direction, like, we could actually go out, open the door, and not get in too much trouble. But we also had a generator. So there was that. We were one of 2 houses in the entire complex that had generators. And so our house kind of came to the place that people would come, heat water, take showers, that sort of deal. But if you went 3 blocks in either direction, that foot of water became 3 feet or 4 feet. And even a week after this thing, you would just drive into Houston, and there were families out on furniture, like the furniture's out and flooded under the water, and it was brutal. So they've had a tough time down there, and this is not going to make it any better. So prayers out to them. I just got back from Salt Lake City, and interesting enough, I was telling Austin the story or I was telling Jake the story. Austin had to leave because he had to work. But some of the sports and radio folks there in Salt Lake City were paying attention to what's going on here in Lincoln, Nebraska, specifically Nebraska Athletics and 93.7 The Ticket. And there are some folks who pay attention to what we're doing. And it's kind of cool to walk into a building and have people say, I love what you guys are doing. And so there's that. But I was there for UFC. And of course, for those who are into the fight game, the championship fight, the feature between Alex Pereira and Richard Khalil Roundtree Jr. Was the cap of a great card. Great fights all along. And I've said all along that fighters, these UFC fighters, Austin, first of all, I thought they get paid to make weight. Mm-hmm. Because Dana White's really, really focused on, listen, if I'm going to put you on this marquee, I can't have these fans who fly in all over the world. And for UFC, I mean, they fly in from all over the world to see these events and to follow their heroes. And you hate to have somebody to announce a card, and then 6 months later, people, 6 months in advance, people are buying tickets.
Yeah.
And booking hotels and otherwise. And you don't want to get there and then have this person not make weight.
Embarrassing.
Right. It's just tough. So the more they trust you to make weight and to be a professional, the more likely they are to book you for big events. And then the recovery. You're paid for the recovery. The fighters love to fight. They love the competition. They love combat. But the recovery, and to tell you that of the 30 fighters on a fight card, of the 15 winners, 10 of them don't walk out of the building on their own 2 feet.
Yeah.
That they're on crutches and in wheelchairs, and they, a third of them are going to the hospital to get treatment right away. Right. And that's not even speaking to the people who didn't win. Right. Because again, the way the thing ends is always not pretty or conducive. So, but if folks watch Saturday's fight, Khalil Roundtree Jr. was actually, and Pereira's the best active pound per pound fighter in the UFC. Now, John Jones is still the guy in theory.
Yeah.
Until he fights in Madison Square Garden in November. But Pereira's active. I mean, I want to say this is his 3rd or 4th fight of the year in 11 months, which is insane. Whew. Yeah, it's just insane. But he's
masochism.
He's carrying the UFC.
Yeah.
But he's the best there is. Like, he took down Adesanya. He took down, he went up a weight class and won the belt, and 2 levels. Roundtree's winning the fight through 3 rounds. He's up 2 rounds to 1. He wins the first 2 rounds, and then Pereira figures it out and starts to lay some punishment down. And they go into the 4th round, and then it's just a beatdown. And if you have it, I mean, it depends on your stomach. Don't go and find it if you're queasy with stomach. But I asked Austin, I showed Austin the pictures. There were some pictures, some video that I caught. And then getting to speak to him after the fight, which is a really weird thing, Austin. If somebody's, you're afraid that any moment while talking, a tooth could fall out. It's really it's like, bro, you're bleeding. As the heart's pumping.
Yeah. You can tell when the heart's pumping.
Yeah, it's seen. And as you said, looking at the pictures, it looks like even when they sewed up his eye, that it looked like his eye. It looked like his eye. It was like, that's a thing. So I asked Austin this thing. And the parameters will be set, but what would it take, Austin, financially for you? One, to physically prepare yourself, because you preparing yourself will lessen the damage and the recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And you can't go in and run. So that's part of the deal, right? That you actually have to compete.
I'm being told I'm one of the best fighters. I've been trusted to make weight. I'm expected to put on a show.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to put on a good show, because if you don't get paid. You don't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to take the fight, what amount of money is the right amount of money for you to go in and let's just say the worst fighter in the UFC. Not even the best fighter in the UFC, but the worst, the in your weight class. Or even, here's another one. So Kayla Harrison is a 2-time Olympian in karate, and she's number 1 contender for the women's 135-pound championship. And that sounds really good, except for Amanda Nunes, the GOAT, just announced on social media today that she was coming back. She had gone into retirement. She retired.
Oof. And
she said, "Hey, Dana, give me a call. I miss you." So the Amanda Nunes is back. Now, Amanda Nunes can fight at 145. I can tell you personally that she walks around from day to day at about 175, 180. Austin, what would it take for you to fight? How much would it take for you to fight the greatest female fighter in the world?
Generational wealth.
Give me a number and you're going to have to compete.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to get in there and again, there could be some damage.
So I don't know who my agent is, whether I'm representing myself or some's representing
Jerry
me.
Maguire. Jerry Maguire is going to get you covered, man.
Okay.
Jerry Maguire he's going to shoot high.
Okay.
Aim high, Willis.
So Jerry Maguire showing me the money.
Yep.
I want 7 figures to start, preferably mid 7, probably in the 3.5 to 5 range to get me in the door. I don't care about a bonus from the fight.
Okay.
What I want is social media royalties.
Okay.
When my butt is bruised, battered on the ground, and that clip is going viral, royalties. That's going to pay me for life.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get and Roundtree added 1.5 million followers. He was already the number 1 contender, or at least he was in the championship conversation. That he added 1.5 million followers. So there is some value to that. Now, and the fact that he was heroic in the way that he fell on his shield.
Yeah.
Which is the thing, right?
Medical bills covered, obviously, right? I want that worked in.
Yeah, that has to be, but that's an interesting thing because, UFC, they're friends, so I have to, but the insurance, just to Google UFC and insurance for fighters, and it gives you a full conversation for what you have to do. Believer says, you never know what the hospital bills are going to be. 100%. Right? 100%. Thomas Lincoln, what's happening, man? Good to see you on here. IQ Cure, I'm going to deal with your question here in a bit. Well, no, I can answer that. I'm still in the portal.
What's your number to get out of the portal? If I give my number to get in the ring, what's your number to get out of the portal?
What if I told you that I was offered a number to come back and host a Commander's show, and I said no to that number?
What if I guessed your number was 1 and that 1 stands for the number of Super Bowl rings this year?
The number is more than I currently accept as pay from this radio station. And that's not a lot, mind you. I'm still the lowest paid employee here. It's more than the highest paid employee here at the station. How about that? That number is higher than that. So I don't know. It will happen organically if I'm going to get out of the portal. And so there's a number for you to face the best woman fighter in the world. Austin, what's your walk around weight? What do you now?
175.
175. So truthfully, you and Amanda Nunes are walking around at the same weight. Far be it, not even.
Right.
Not even. But to fight, I mean, this is the greatest female mixed martial artist ever. Ever. Better than Cyborg, better than Rousey, better than Holly Holm. She's the one. And for one night, even in a small octagon where you can't run, you have to compete.
So 175 is put me with Ousmane.
Yep.
Nah.
Oh.
Nah.
Pereira fought at 205 Saturday. He fought at
That's what he's
205.
listed as. I see here, yeah.
He fought it, but remember before that he was fighting at 185 with that walk around. And he's a giant, man. He's a big dude. He's a big dude. Like when you see him in person, you just go, yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm cool with what we're doing. So whatever your number is, that's the thing. Like I couldn't believe what was to see him react to what happened in it. It just from a sports standpoint, Believer, join the group. He says he wants to get beat by Ronda. Yeah, there. What's the movie? There's a movie where it was a TV show that turned into a movie, and the character Turtle, wanted to get into the octagon with Ronda Rousey. And right, and then she, he seems to think he could do well, and she puts him in an arm bar, and there's enough of that.
Entourage,
yeah. So the Entourage, the movie, and he, good boy. Yeah. So that's a thing. But having to watch them, I'm not sure I think the real challenge is if Austin, they said you had to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks.
I've done that before. Not by choice.
Not by choice, right? It's not pleasant, right?
Nope.
Would you do it?
Nope.
Yeah, that's
nope.
that's the other thing. I mean, most of these fighters, especially on the men's side, they have to weight cut at Friday mornings at a UFC event are just the most brutal social experiments. Those people are in pain, levels of pain that us mere mortals can't even fathom.
Correct.
Just that your body is at its highest degree of temperature and its lowest, all within a matter of hours, fluid being drained, cramps at a level that most of us can't fathom. And I know the women will look at us and just laugh and go, yeah, shut up. But all of that true. So it's a thing. Austin, here's what I want to do, because there are two things that are happening in sports and social media, and they happen on a lower level. Some of it's little league, some of it's high school football. But there's a thing in the attitude, and I need your opinion. So two things are in play. First, there's a trend where teams, they're recording themselves for social media after the games. And if they beat somebody really bad, they're carrying belts into the line that is normally set. Yeah, to set. Those lines were set to show sportsmanship. And what's been pirated now and kidnapped is that young kids, with permission of the adults, are carrying belts and they're spanking the opposing team without their permission, mind you, in the line. So I want to know what that says and what the line, how do you fix that? But here's part two. There's a video of a high school pregame, and the two sets of captains come out, and the lead official asks them to shake hands, and one team refuses. And it's recorded. And he says, okay, I'm going to ask you again to shake hands. Show some sportsmanship. Let's shake hands. They again refuse. And he says, well, this is about sportsmanship. And if you don't offer your hand in good sportsmanship, I will throw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. And then remember, if I throw two flags, you don't get to play. You're expelled from the game. Now, twofold. There are people that will bravo that, and then there are people who will say it's not the official's job to raise the young people. And then further, there are people who would say it's up to the parents and coaches to teach that, and that he's out of line for doing it. So, Austin and text line, I'm going to need y'all to chime in and let me know, what's the line for this thing? Maybe I'm wrong. But I know that, one, my team, there wouldn't be no belts. Two, if there were belts, it's my fault as the coach. Three, if there are belts, the parents have failed. On the other side of with the good sportsmanship, if it's my team, you're shaking hands. And there's only one thing allowed to be said by the mass of captains, which is good luck. There's one captain that gets to say heads or tails or receiving or kicking. That's it. And if somebody, at any time, an opponent or official offers his hand, you accept it and you shake the hand. And again, if they won't do those things, as a coach, I'm at fault. The parents, I'm at fault. Schools, you're at fault. All those things. So I'll take your opinions. Get them on the text line. We will read those texts, and we'll get Austin's take on it when we come back to Old School.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate Pregame Show, brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to a $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
My husband has always been the one we depend on. He's a great dad, loves the outdoors, but lately he hasn't been himself. He tried to hide it, but I can tell he's struggling with his mental health. I called the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
988 calls and texts are free and confidential with skilled caring support 24/7. No judgment, just help.
988 saved my husband's life.
Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Old School. We're going until 5 o'clock today, and then we'll bring in the folks from Teammates Teammates Timeout Tuesdays from 5 to 6 p.m. here on the ticket. Des Moines Adam, Ashton Honor, and our own Austin Oerman, orchestrating. He's the conductor up front with what's the little conductor stick called? It has a name.
Oh, the little.
What's that? What was?
Yeah,
what
I knew it.
Does it have? It has a name, right? So, yeah, Austin out here doing his thing. And shout out again.
Yeah, the baton.
The baton. Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Doesn't seem like a baton, but it's a baton.
Yeah, and shout out. So the Nebraska Huskers wrestling schedule was released today, and of course their first match, home match, November 8th against Utah Valley, who I just spoke at Utah Valley Friday.
There you go.
So the universe keeps connecting. And then I send Mark Manning a message and I say, hey, Mark, congratulations. Let's go. He and I have been talking a long time to get a Nebraska wrestling show, a Huskers wrestling show on this station. And Mark Manning in full form. Yeah, 5 to 6.
Nice, coach.
He's like, yeah, Teammates has Tuesdays 5 to 6. So how about, so immediately I'm thinking, I kind of like that. Right? So, Austin, you'll have to look at their schedule. If they don't have matches on like Wednesday, we could do Wednesdays. Wrestling Wednesdays. There it is. Boom. I mean, the world can do without another hour of old school.
I'm seeing only Friday, Saturday, Sunday right now.
So Wednesday, Mark Manning.
Thursdays for NCAA championship.
Okay, so Coach Manning, I'm gonna commit to it in public because we want to be, the best friends of the number 3 wrestling program. And listen, to have of all of their wrestlers, I believe they're all top 30 in the country in their weight class.
Saw that rundown. It's pretty impressive.
And I think it's a part of it would be a really cool thing, right? So
that program's good.
Text line, let me know if that's it. If we're willing to work with Coach Manning and have like Wednesday wrestling from 5 to 6. Because that's after their practice. It gives them time to tone down. I don't think we want revved up wrestlers. But I think so Coach Manning, that's kind of the deal. How about that? Right? He wants 4 to 5. Listen, if you said, you know what? How about this? I have been trying to give myself a day off. But how about this? He wants 4 to 5. We could do Tuesdays 4 to 5.
There you go.
And there'll just be no old school. Right? Coach Manning, listen, I love the challenge and I love the responsibility of being able to highlight and amplify this wrestling program. Number 3 in the country, studs up and down the lineup. I think that would be fair. Austin, you good with that?
You're the boss.
I'll
be here anyways.
Well, but I want to make sure, right? I mean, you're going to hear from the wrestlers. You're going to hear from Coach Manning and the coaches. And I'm pretty sure that the GOAT will make an appearance from time to time. That Jordan
His
Burrow.
name's on the show.
Jordan Burrow.
Oh, gotcha.
The other GOAT.
You're calling Coach Manning.
Well, he's the GOAT. Like, we know that. But I mean, I just think that it allows for this group, with all the returning stars and the depth of this program, that it would be really good to tie in. Like some programs, we're kind of limited about our access. But I think going forward, it would be a wonderful thing for each program that wants an hour. Take the hour. Look, we've got gymnasts. So, and full public challenge to Heather Brink. Like, come on once a week and talk about your girls. Like, I am certainly not opposed to hearing Fred Hoiberg,
How about with your kid?
Will Bolt, Lance Harvell. Well, he's done that. He's been on with Sam and Jeffrey Grace. To give all of the programs, to give tennis, to give bowling. Yeah, Klempo, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, they've got 2 bowling shows, but I think Klempo's on. He was on with the girls. So that's all fair. But yeah, I think that would be, disc golf, Jake, that you're absolutely correct. That this is such the untapped force of what we should be doing and can be doing. That Mark Manning, if Mark Manning says he wants 4 to 5 on a Tuesday, it shall be done. It shall be done. Yep, takedown talk on the ticket. Yep, I'm all for it. Coach, done deal. Let's work it out. We'll shake hands and do that. And I would love to get his take on the sportsmanship thing. Austin, let's read some of the texts about the sportsmanship and where we landed. Again, twofold. One, teams, and these are young kids, first of all. So it's taught behavior, learned behavior, allowed behavior. That they are, you're dominating a team and you're going to bring belts into the sportsmanship line and do terrible things. But okay, who's responsible and how do you fix it? And then the referee in the high school game saying, listen, you're going to shake hands. And some people said that, there's a line drawn that the official stepped over in saying you're going to shake hands. But that doesn't seem like much to me. So Austin, first give us your take on it.
Belt in the line, there is no other way to see it other than kid's done.
Yeah.
At least for the year,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If the kid brought one of dad's belts from home and then got it out of his duffel bag before he got in line, that's on me. Kind of wish my coach would have seen it. There's a lot of chaos after games, right?
Right.
I can understand coach being distracted. That's on me. That's on my kid. Your butt's done for the year. If my kid took his belt out of his football pants and just did that going through the line, hey, that's on me. I didn't do well enough. Kid, you're done for the year. You won't play football. That's not what we do. So I'm very anti-belt in the line. That's disrespectful. It's classless. When it comes to not shaking hands, just shake the hand, right? Even if you don't mean it, you can cross your fingers behind your back, cross your toes, whatever. Never forget we had that viral moment with Baker Mayfield when Kansas refused to shake his hand. In college, okay, fine. You want to big time the opponent, whatever. But especially in high school, I don't mind the ref throwing the flag. The coach should probably coach a little bit better. Yeah, the parents should, probably have that conversation about respect. But kids are kids, right? They're going to do stupid stuff sometimes. If the ref gives them 3 chances, it's on the kid at that point, right? Then it's on the coach to say, hey, you're suspended for the next game.
Well,
you're one of our captains that we chose to go out to midfield.
That part.
If I'm going to put that trust in you and you're not going to live up to it, you're not going to play. Plain and simple, that's how it's going to be. Yes, you probably could have, taught better as a parent or coached better as a coach before then, but maybe you thought you didn't have to. Maybe the kid's having a bad day. Sit down and say, why did you do that? There are plenty of teams, my senior year when I was a basketball captain, that I didn't want to shake hands with, that rankled me, that rubbed me the wrong way, that quite frankly just pissed me off. But you know what you do? You grin and bear it, you suck it up, and you go prove it over 32 minutes on the court or 60 minutes on the field, whatever.
And you're the captain, and you're the chosen captains, and you're the representation of who the organization, the team, the parents, the community, and the coach, who they are. They're from the text line, and I love this text. I'll read it in full. What's up, fellas? As a youth football coach for well over a decade, there's zero chance that belt makes it to the handshake line. And if somehow it does, those players will be immediately suspended. Goes further. It says pregame handshake. Unacceptable for the captain's meeting at midfield to act any less than what we expect captains to be. In youth, throw the flag. Expectations are set at the young age for what we will see in the next stage. And again, it is a representation of all parties involved that those things are allowed or not allowed. They're not acceptable. A standard has to be set. So thank you all for doing what you're doing with us and being a part of the show. We'll throw it a break. We'll come back. I see Ashton out there. We'll bring her in. I'm going to imagine Demo's
He's on the phone.
Demo's on the phone. He's doing Demo things. We'll bring them both in and set us all up for teammates here at 5 o'clock on the ticket.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through October 15th is $2 off tray packaged ground beef, $2 off hot dogs, 15% off cookbooks, and buy one, get one 50% off on hardcore carnivore seasoning. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook, Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
My husband has always been the one we depend on. He's a great dad, loves the outdoors, but lately he hasn't been himself. He tried to hide it, but I can tell he's struggling with his mental health. I called the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
988 calls and texts are free and confidential with skilled caring support 24/7. No judgment, just help.
988 saved my husband's life.
Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all. And full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters. And the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with light south winds. See an afternoon high around 81. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low around 52. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light south winds again with the high around 87. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kleck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment of Old School before we hand it over to the talented folks. And we appreciate all of you on the text line, on the Starter Heyman text line, for making this hour fly by. And we appreciate all your comments. It's good to know that there are smart fans out there who get it, and that there's a community of coaches and former players who are listening who can set the table for us and make sure we get this thing right. So greatly appreciate it for doing that. Let's bring in from Teammates Mentoring, Demo and Ash are here. Good morning, Adams, Ashton, and Hunter. How the heck are you? It's been a busy week for you.
Hey, every Tuesday it's teammates time, so it's game time here coming up.
Austin, have you been motivated? Like, Demo comes in here with the schmedium shirt on, and I cover my arms up immediately. I'm just like, oh, listen, bro, I didn't spend the mandatory 7 hours.
Yeah, where's your gym at Teammates?
Right, like
upstairs, downstairs, in the back.
Well, I saw a video, like even Ashton's in it now. Like, her social media is like, oh yeah, I got to get the workout. And I'm like,
always.
Oh.
That's our sanity.
Oh, now I feel like, look, listen, I'm 62. I've tapped out. What's going on in Teammates World? What do you guys want to talk about today?
You know, last week we wanted to introduce to all of the listeners who we are. So we talked about our mission. Today we want to dive into our vision and focus on the concept of hope. Because I think that is really what's missing in this generation, particularly our younger generation. And we have a very special guest that we're very excited to even go into more depth of what hope looks like for our Husker football team.
So, Ashton, I'll ask you, define hope.
Find hope. Oh, hope, I think it is based on your personal perspective, can come in any form. I think I'm just going to relate it to one of my experiences. I was in a very serious car accident 6 years ago. And so hope to me at that time was day by day. We're going to get better. We're going to get stronger. And providing that the vision of like, I'm going to be okay. Like, I've got a team. I've got that support system that's going to help me through to get to the next day. So that is my hope. And I just saw our special guest arrive, who we're not going to say who it is just yet.
I just say I love him so much. I love him so much. What a great kid. It's spectacular in this thing. Demo, for you, hope as how it moves you.
You know, it may be a little deep, but when I think of hope, I think of faith. And faith, to me, is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And so hope is something that is intangible. Kind of like right now, we see the leaves being moved and tossed to and fro, but there's this impact of the wind that's making it happen. Hope is just like this wind that should hopefully influence students in a certain direction. And that hope that we're trying to give students is to be positive, to be leaders, to be engaged, so that they can be winners in this game called life.
It was once handed to me as a coach that hope in relationships is the GPS. And it is the thing that when you get lost and when friction appears, that in order for you to get straight and right again, you have to have end game. You have to have something greater to aspire to and something greater to go forward to. And it moves you from where you are forward and up. And if that's what y'all are talking about today, listen, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock is going to be an hour that tell your friends, lock in, get yourself some popcorn. And as a matter of fact, get your texting fingers ready and share what hope means to you, because it's an important thing in this time and space. Again, greatly appreciated. I'm going to get out of the way. That'll be it for Old School, because let's do it. What? You know what? Let me get my what time is it, Demo?
It's teammates time.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Yes, sir. Coming up here on 93.7 The Ticket.